Good morning, Western Slope. Happy Thursday. I'm Dalen Brazelton. Let's talk about your weather. Folks, get ready for another intense day of heat as we could be seeing record-breaking potential this afternoon and an afternoon full of triple digits. Taking a look behind me on America's Mattress Live Tower Cam, the sun is starting to rise and it kind of looks like that opening scene from Lion King right now. I'm not going to try to sing it. I was about to. Let's just talk about the weather instead. Things are shaping up to be incredibly hot this afternoon. We're starting around 2 or 3 p.m. We're going to start seeing 100 degrees, and that's going to continue on. We are pretty likely going to be seeing that record broken. However, some chances for showers will be hopefully cooling us down this weekend and next week. Right now, though, we're waking up to 70 degrees in Grand Junction. Montrose seeing those low 60s with Delta. Meanwhile, Paonia and Nucla seeing very similar conditions to GJ right now. Moab and Glade Park in those upper 60s as well. Things shaping up to be a little bit on the warm side for the morning. Now, for that classroom forecast, that first bell ringing at 65 degrees this morning. And then by the time things are starting to wrap up for school for that after school activities, 100 degrees is expected. And that's going to be continuing on for a couple of hours after the fact as well. So get ready for that heat with mostly clear conditions as well for the day. We're going to be seeing a pretty drastic increase in temperature, specifically from that 8 to 9 o'clock hour where we're heading from 65 degrees to basically 80. 90 degrees expected by 11 a.m. And then yes, folks, 2, 3 o'clock. We're seeing 100 degrees, and that's going to be pushing up into 101 for 5 p.m. That's going to be roughly our peak for the day. Meanwhile, the morning and early afternoon going to be sunny skies and then a little bit of cloud coverage pushing in for that afternoon as well. We've got some very hot temperatures happening over on the west side of the United States. The West Coast seeing above average temperatures. Meanwhile, this high pressure system has just been cycling hot desert air back and forth for the last week here. Hopefully, things starting to kind of break down from that. Typically, we're around 90 degrees for this time of year, but we are definitely expected to see 101, breaking a record of 99 set all the way back in 2019, 6 years ago already, by the way. So expect another record-breaking day of heat ahead. Now for that dog walking forecast, we got Butters hanging out with us here, and it's going to be a great morning to take your dog out for a walk. We got these mid-60s turning into mid-80s, and then clear skies all around. However, by that noon hour, folks, it's getting incredibly hot here. So if it's too hot for you to be walking around barefoot, it's too hot for them to be walking around barefoot. So I would recommend maybe getting a bit of an earlier start on your dog walking today. Keep in mind, not much has changed with our pollen outlook here with grasses and mold. They're still in that low section. Meanwhile, weeds have started to continue into the moderate section. Now this morning, we're seeing a lot of wind speeds, of course, kicking up. So things a little bit on the higher side for that. Meanwhile, we're expecting a lot of showers starting to push into the valley. The Uncompahgre and San Juan region may start seeing some tonight, but for us, it's really going to start kicking off, well, tomorrow or even Saturday. And then from there, really starting to push in. As that high pressure system kind of moves out of the way, it's basically hooking that moisture back into the region. Of course, as it pushes out of the way, we're starting to see more and more areas seeing that monsoonal moisture. So things shaping up to be lovely in that scenario here. But as we take a look ahead at that Discovery Auto Group 7-day forecast, we got 101 today, and then a very clear and distinct cooling trend where by the time next week is here, we're seeing a 20-degree drop in temperature. 70% chances of showers for next week. Meanwhile, Montrose, even cooler and an even higher chance to be seeing those rain and thunderstorm potential really starting tomorrow. And then from there, we're off to the races. So if we can get through this heat, we got a nice little reward.